Okay, Shavua Tov, and we find ourselves at the Dvar Malchus shir, the weekly Dvar Malchus shir. We have our costume on, preparing for Purim. Even though my Rebbe said I shouldn't have the red nose on too much, at least for the beginning of the recording until we start we're learning inside. It's difficult to actually with the red nose. It's difficult to actually sit and read in the book. So I'll, with everyone's permission, I'll take off the red nose. And my name is not Rudolph, of course. And we're in the hard copy, where again the sicha that the Rebbe gave over on Yud Aleph Nisan 5752, in honor of the blessings that the Rebbe received for his birthday. And in the hard copy, we're on page 41. And the PDF file, we're on page 8. Also Oisches. The Rebbe says as follows. Ha'inyan anizker le'el, this above mentioned concept, the tefillah l'Moshe, the prayer to Moshe, coming from the chapter of Tilim, chapter Tzadi, chapter 90. Nimtza Yeser Bat Gosho Vigilui B'Doreinu Zeh is found with greater stress and revelation in our generation. When there is present the power of the prayers and the blessings, and the service of our rabbis and our leaders, is pashtusa de Meisha b'chol dara v'dara, is pashtusa shel Meisha, the spreading of the soul of Meisha in every single generation, ad kveid kedushas Meri v'chami admor nasi Doreinu, to the extent that it reached. Also, the previous Rebbe, the Rebbe's father-in-law, Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak Schneerson, the leader of our generation, as the Rebbe says, is pashtusta de Meisha shebedorenu. This is the spreading of the soul, the neshama of Meisha in our generation. Ubifrat she'imdim lachrei 40 shana mehaistalkus hilula shalei. And especially since we find ourselves 40 years after the passing, the day of the celebration, the hilula of his passing. Bishnas Tafshin Yud, in the year 5710, that was in English 1950. Kasher nosan Hashem lachem lev lodas ve'einayim liris ve'oznayim lishmoya. And the Rebbe quotes from the Chumash Parshas Tovei, as Moshe Rabbeinu tells the Jewish nation, after 40 years before Moshe Rabbeinu takes leave of the Jewish nation, it's already 40 years since Moshe Rabbeinu took the Jewish nation out of Egypt, and after 40 years, Hashem has partaken and given to each and every Jew a heart to know, eyes to see, and ears to hear. Kai inish adaita derabba, a person has the ability to acknowledge the intellect of one's rabbi, one's teacher. A person is able to go into to acknowledge and to literally understand the intellect of his rabbi, just as Moshe Rabbeinu tells the entire Jewish nation before they enter the land of Eretz Yisrael. For he is the one that is giving. We're talking about the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe. He is the one that is giving strength to the concept of Moshe within each and every Jewish individual, in our generation. And especially through the revelation of the inner essence of the Torah, Hasidic philosophy. Legalis shehu Moshe Isha Elokim, to reveal that he is Moshe, the God, the man of God, Vihi Neyam Hashem Elokeinu Aleinu, that that the bliss of the bliss of Hashem, our Hashem, should be upon us. May it be Hashem's will. And the actions of our hands should be permanent upon us. And the actions of our hands should be with permanency. By the way, and this is also in its source, at its source, this is in regard to the building of the tabernacle of the Mishkan and the factor of the Mishkan being eternal. Gili B'chinas Noyam, the revelation of the concept of Noyam, bliss, Pnimius Atik, which in Kabbalistic terminology is the inner essence of the Kabbalistic level of Hashem's eminence of light, which is called Atik, al yedei limud Torah, and this is done through the study of the Torah, uvifrat pnimius Torah, and specifically the inner essence of the Torah, va'avodah da'afotzat Torah va'yadus, and the service of spreading the Torah and Judaism, va'afotzas ha'mayanus chutza, and the spreading of Judaism outwards. In a manner that this brings about in action, which we translated as that which is permanent, in the actions of our hands, in all the levels that are connected to this. And this begins with the service with ourselves, with oneself, through the fact that each and every Jewish individual reveals, with the power of the leader of our generation, that he, each and every Jew, like we said earlier, is the emissary of the Holy One, blessed be He, ha'elyon kamese, and the shliach, the emissary of a person. And here the Rebbe says we're talking about not just a person, but Adam ha'elyon, the supernal man. Kamese is exactly similar to the individual himself, or the source itself of the shlichus of the mission. Moshe Ish HaElokim, and as we said, Moshe, the man of God, that this is activated through the fact that a Jew, as an emissary of the Holy One, blessed be He, menatzel is keichosov. He goes, we go and we utilize our strengths, la'avedas Hashem, to serve Hashem. So the strengths that we have are only a vessel, shaliach, an emissary, in order to fulfill the shlichus, the mission and the desire of the Holy One, blessed be He. Belimud Torah, Nigled Torah, Pnimius Torah, in regard to the study of Torah, the revealed facets of the Torah, and the inner essence of the Torah. This includes and especially is in regard to the laws of the Torah. In other words, the mitzvahs. Bechinas Havaya Shebatera, and this is the concept of Havaya, Yud-Ke Vav-Ke, Hashem's name in the Torah. In other words, this is similar to the book of the Rambam, the book of law, the Yad HaChazaka, and all those that are similar to this. The Kiyum mitzvahs behider, last but not least, the observance of the commandments in the most beautifying way. And so also he brings about action in the world, in the mundane world. That all the concepts of the mundane world become a vessel for the fulfilling of the mission of the Holy One, blessed be He. And through the fact that the shliach, the emissary, it does his mission in the most complete manner, going and gathering all his 10 strengths, 10 powers. Through this, we come about to the revelation of Moshiach. For Moshiach begimatria shaliach b'tzeruf eser, the numerical value of shliach, when we add 10, is Moshiach 358. Without the 10 strengths, it's 348 shliach or sameach, and with the 10 koiches, it's 358 Moshiach. Ad ligilui shel Moshiach b'feil, and this takes us to the revelation of Moshiach in actuality. When there will be the completion of the revelation, vihi noyam Hashem Elokeinu olenu gemer. May it be Hashem's will that Hashem's bliss will be Hashem's bliss should be upon us, and so on. We come to Eis Tes. Still have a little time. Eis Tes, b'chol ze nitvasef adgosha yisera b'shana zu. In all this, there is the addition during this year. The year that the Rebbe is talking about is Tafshin Nun Beis, 5752, 1992, in the Goyesha date. Shalamayla me'an hoga tivis sheba mishem elokim b'gimatria teva, that above the regular course of nature that comes from the name Hashem's name Elokim, which is in the numerical value of Hateva, nature, Vita, the nature. Haseder harogil ba'elam hu hanhoge hativis. The regular order in the world is the order of nature. Right? Sun comes up in the morning, sun sets in the evening, the moon comes up in the evening, and so on and so forth. But there are times that the Holy One, blessed be He, performs miracles. Milshon arim nisi, coming from the terminology of the words of the prophet Yeshayahu. Arim nisi, I will raise my flag. K'moy hanes al haheharim, like the nes, the flag, or the pennant that is upon the mountains. Shemailo megale elokus shemailo me'abriya, that elevates and reveals Hashemliness that is above the creation, not only within the channels of nature, but even above the channels of nature, above creation. And it also elevates and reveals also the inner essence, the hanhoga ativis, of the natural order of the creation, which comes from the Holy One, blessed be He, the name of Hashem Elohim, just as it was the previous year, Hatafshin Nun, 5751, Tafshin Nun, and 50, which is not something. Wait 1 second. I just want to take a look, because I thought that this was 52. No, this Sikha is 51. I made a mistake. And this is what the Rebbe refers to the previous year, which was 1990 or 5750. I stand corrected. Comes the Rebbe and says, Rosh Yeser b'shana zu. It has there is an addition in this year. Hatinos Hatafshin Nun Aleph 5751. Rosh Tevis. This is the acronym. Hayay Sehei. It will be. Surely it will be. Shnas Nifloes Arenu. A year of which I will show you wonders. And this is, as we remember, we're talking about the year of the Gulf War and the wonders, the unbelievable outright miracles that were seen here in Eretz Yisrael. Hasheresh dehanhoga nisis ba mishem avaya. The root of the order of miracles comes from the name of Hashem Havaya, Yudke Vavke. Shalemaila man hoga tivis, which is above the order of nature, sheba mishem Elokim, that comes from Hashem's name Elokim, b'gimatria teva, which is the numerical value of nature. Haseder arogil ba'olam hu hanoga tivis. The regular order in the world is the order of nature. Ach yeshnam zmanim. Think that we're reading this over, but nevertheless, we'll say it again. There are times that the Sha'Kodesh Baruch Hu Oiseh Nisim, that the Holy One, blessed be He, performs miracles. Miloshon Arim Nisi, coming, like we said before, from the words of the prophet Yeshayahu, I will raise my flag, K'may Hanes al Hearim, the pennant upon the waving upon the mountains, Shemayla Magale Elokus Shemaila Mabriya, that elevates and reveals Hashemliness that is above the creation. And also elevates and reveals the inner essence, the Hanhoga, Tivis, of the natural order, which comes from the Holy One, blessed be He, the name of Hashem, Elohim. As it was, here we get back to what we were saying, as it was last year, Atafshin Nun. Excuse me. Tafshin Nun, 5,750. Rosh Tevis Hayot Sehei Shnas Nisim. This is the acronym of there will surely be a year of miracles. Kamaduber Kama Pe'omim, as mentioned numerous times. Al Dvar Nisim Shiro Oz, in regard to the miracles that were seen then, the previous year. Afterwards, we find a even greater novelty. That I will show you wonders. As is mentioned in regard to the true and the complete redemption. Like it states in regard to the Geula in the prophet Micha, as the days that you exited the land of Egypt, I will show you wonders. In the last Geula, the Geula Shlema Vamitis, these will be wonders even in comparison to the miracles of the exodus from Egypt, from Mitzrayim. In other words, that there is an elevation, even in regard to the concept of I will raise my flag, my pennant. In addition to this, it is in a manner that I will show him, I will show you wonders. The wonders are revealed in a manner that we can see them with our eyes of flesh and blood. And furthermore, I will show them, I will show you HaKadosh Baruch Hu Atzmei, Maras and Niflois. The Holy One, blessed be He, Himself shows us these wonders. Not through a shliach and not through an angel. No, He Himself. Hashem. And therefore it's understood that these wonders are beyond any measurement or limitation. And also that everything is revealed. Nir eis ha'emes v'apnimis dahan hogativis. And the order of nature is seen on a true and inner basis, externally, seen toward the eyes of flesh and blood. V'agili hamoled hanhogant nisis, and the fullest revelation of the miraculous order of Hashem in the creation, ad gam hagilui shel mashe legamri nifla, until also the revelation of that which is totally wondrous. That's getting pretty high. Al pizim muvan, and according to this, it's understood that standing in the year of wonders, I will show you. Mudgeshes b'yeser abrocha d'akadosh baruch hu is even more stressed. The blessing of the Holy One, blessed be He, shenimshechas al yidei tefillah l'meisha isha elokim, that is drawn through the prayer of Moshe, the Moshe of our generation, Isha Elokim, the man of God, Bechol Inyanim, in all issues, in all matters. V'hinei Hashem Elokeinu aleinu, and the bliss of Hashem, our Hashem, will be upon us. Shenasa u'mais yodenu kenaneo, that this brings about, in reality, that the actions of our hands will be permanent. Hein b'han hogativis elokim. This is speaking about also the order of nature in the name Elokim, that in regard to the mundane matters, and the nature of the individual. We have brought about permanency, to the extent of wonders. And furthermore, and the actions of our hands will be permanently upon us. Afilu b'han hoga nisis havaya shafilu b'han hoga hashabosis, that even in regard to the order of miracles, havaya, that even in the order of the period which is called Shabbos, ulamayla miderech hateva, and above the order and in the way of nature, the channels of nature, in which Hashem does not, the Holy One, blessed be He, doesn't show revealed miracles. And as He already has commenced to show us, and He continues to show, with greater strength and with greater power, to each and every one, also in each and every one's personal life. And He, Hashem, elevates the children of Israel, the actions of our hands, above their situation and their status. Even when we were in the year of miracles, that even those miracles the Rebbe mentions were also very high. And in a manner that I will show you wonders, that we see this on a revealed basis. We point with our finger and we say this. In other words, when a person is able to see something and point to it with his finger and say, this is the way we'll be able to see the wondrous miracles of Hashem, immediately. The Rebbe ends off and says as follows, and to add, the order of the letters of the year, of the date of the year, Tis Taf Shin Nun Aleph. Kedem nifloes v'achar kach ar'enu. First we have the nifloes, the wonders, and afterwards we have ar'enu, I will show them. The nun comes before the aleph. The nifloes, the wonders, comes before ar'enu, I will show them. Aval b'nei Yisrael gam shinu v'yisifu es haseder. But the children of Israel have also changed and added to this order. Sheyemru ar'enu niflois, that they say, I will show you wonders. Kilshon HaKosuf, as it states, like we said before in Micha, the prophet Micha, in the words of the prophets. And we must say, the Rebbe says, what is the difference between the two? When we say wonders, I will show you, the main stress is on the wonders. And the wonders I will show you, we see these wonders in a manner of visualization. And when we say, I will show you wonders, the main stress is in regard to that Hashem will show you, will show us. That the Holy One, blessed be He, shows us in a manner of visualization. The truth, the apnimius, and the inner essence, shall kol davar, of every single part of the creation. And when this is in a manner of I will show you, by the Holy One, blessed be He Himself, we are able to see, but as a matter of fact, that all of this is wonders. This includes the order of nature, and also the order of miracles. All those happenings that occurred in the past, and also the wonders that will occur in the future. To the extent that it becomes, I will show you, Hagili v'hariyah, the revelation and the visualization, Behakodesh Baruch Hu Atzmei, of the Holy One, blessed be He Himself, Kavyocho, per se, Vayu einecha ro'es es meirecha, like it states, that your eyes will see your teachers. One second. This is also a verse from the prophet Yeshayahu. Vayu einecha ro'es es morecha. Your eyes will see your teachers. The re'iyah beinei basar, the visualization with the eyes of flesh. To the extent that this also permeates the order of nature, v'hagashmius shel Yehudi, and the material facet of the Jew. The kasher yeshnei har'enu, and when there is present the I will show you, the v'hi noyam, in the may it be Hashem's will that the bless of Hashem, noyam Hashem elikeinu aleinu, will be upon us. Ad shebe'akodesh baruch hu atzmei, to the extent that this is in regard to the Holy One, blessed be He Himself. Reim she'hakoil, we see that everything, with no exceptions, everything, ben teva, ben nes, whether it be in the course of nature or the course of miracles, hu niflois, these are all wonders. Koineneu, and they are permanent, they come to be permanent. Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of the Holy One, blessed be He. Yechi Adonenu, Moreinu v'Rabbeinu, HaMelech HaMoshiach, Chai v'Kayam, La'elam Voed. Amen.